Hi, buddy. Welcome. Okay. All right, everybody. Sorry, overslept a little bit there. My sleep schedule's been kind of bad lately, and we went and ate um, ate out somewhere, and the food is like really heavy and just kind of greasy. I don't know. It just took me down. Spent a long time writing this email, trying to see if there's any way I could. What is okay? I can send that out after this. Anyway, I could maybe try to get a job in the future, or maybe still there's some hope for the end of this month. But it's looking like I'm probably gonna get laid off from a major university starting next week. Um, yeah, and I won't. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is technically publicly, even though there's only like a handful of people that'll watch it. But you know, there were some frustrating elements about how it all went down that I'll get into, that I won't get into. But yeah, it was just a little disappointing, a little frustrating at how it went down. I understand some of the reasoning behind it, sort of, but still. I feel like I should have been retained. um, Given my experience and everything else that was going on, but just the way it was conducted, deciding who stays, who wasn't, or who doesn't, was, you know, just kind of not transparent and problematic. So that just makes it a little bit frustrating, because it's like, you know, if you compete for something and you understand what's going on, and then you lose, it's like, all right, you know, I tried, I did it. But it's kind of like in League of Legends, if you're you know, you're playing or whatever, and then I don't know, the victory condition looked like it was one thing. Oh, you got to kill the Nexus. But then at the last second, when the enemy is about to kill the dragon and get soul, it's like, no, actually you're supposed to get soul. That's how you win the game, not the Nexus. It's supposed to be soul. It's like, wait a minute, what? And then the other team that, you know, is down, like, you're up all the towers, you're up all this stuff, you're way ahead, but then the goalposts change. You're like, well, wait a minute. It almost felt kind of like a rug pull. But anyways, I do have a job at another nearby college that I have worked at before, so I am thankful and looking forward to that. It is a lot less money, and the place where I was working is not a lot of money anyway, so I'm hoping I can maybe get back one way or another over the next couple of years, but we'll see. I mean, it's not immediate dire straits, you know, economically, because my wife makes pretty good money, but it's still a pretty big hit, which is not great.
Let's dance.
So I'm not going to be, like, out on the street, but it is definitely disconcerting. Oh, yeah, what's up, Kenny? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Kenny Loggins, dude. I've actually been listening to a bunch of like 80s rock. What is this? Weird things on X. But yeah, he's got some bangers from the 80s. Remember, he's got that Top Gun song. I can't remember his other ones. There were a couple of really good ones. I just remember that name showing up on the little best of the 80s list. Danger Zone. Yeah, 80s rock's great. I listen to it. A lot of different scenarios. Cleaning the house. Obviously can't listen to it while I'm playing League, but what is this, like an anti-smoking thing? Yeah. Yeah, I do it a lot. Working out, running, swimming, cleaning the house. Just anytime I'm trying to get high, get some energy. Throw down some 80s.
Magic is in your heart. Magic is in
Yeah, Zyra. Dude, I haven't played against a Zyra in like a million years. Everyone else is all AD, which is... That's frustrating because Zyra is so much AP that you kind of have to respect it, but...
They will remember my name.
Crap, I'm not locked. Screen not locked. There we go. Lux is kind of dangerous. Top.
Don't leave nothing. Bring it on.
Okay, so they've got a TP. I don't think we've been TP'd on bottom that's turned around a fight in a really long time, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because it takes so long for the TP to come down. And most lanes just use it on their top lane. I remember that definitely used to be a thing with engage chance. You'd have the TP come in bot, and it would just completely flip the fight if they TP behind you. I guess occasionally it happens, but it feels like it's way later.
I'm gonna
Brother, that's a plant. We're still just going to do the same thing, I think, this Locket Redemption. We get a little bit of... and probably just Ionians. The Ionians have been working. I kind of talked trash about Ionians before. They are definitely worse than they used to be, but... I think they're still really good. It's just the cost, just the fact you get it for 900 is so big. It lets you get on and get your other items. My mouse work has definitely not been as good lately. I can feel it. This week, I'm just like missing more skill shots, missing more W's. Just getting old, man.
First blood.
Maybe my mouse has been messing up a little bit more, but I think it's just
When I get
getting
sad,
older.
I stop being sad and be awesome instead. True story.
Dang, she hasn't even tried for an E. Oh, she just didn't have it, I guess. I'm just gonna go and pop one potion here, so I'm not in the death zone. I want to wait at least. I don't know. It's always this little cat and mouse game with second wind. Damn, that's unfortunate. Somehow I knew Renekton was going to lose that, even with Ignite. It's crazy. God, Zyra's mana costs are so bad.
I don't need anything.
She's already owned. It was like most mages, like the annoying ones, come in that Luxes and crap like that just never run out of mana.
Believe in something you have to be serious about. That's their problem. I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
Like, they really don't have any advantage. Like, they've got some HP advantage right now, but they have no mana.
They're scared of darkness. They're scared of magic. They are scared of where I'm from.
Jin's grenading like every wave. Pretty much, and he still has more mana.
They ain't seen moves like mine.
I don't know. She probably greeted out and like didn't get. How she should have presence of mind. I don't get it. God.
Okay, Rakan. Get 'em watching. Burn 'em.
Man, down 30 CS. First item you rush is Executioners on Renekton. Not even Bramble Vest?
Don't take a lot of words to tell me. Let's see what's happening.
Jesus. That's a shopkeeper diff. How'd that not hit? God.
Love is supposed to hurt. Ecstasy means little fear.
Enemy killing spree.
I'm just trying to hit the mark.
Dude, that's crazy. Oh my god. I didn't realize he was 6 already. What the fuck? How? I guess jungler can hit 6 first. But man.
An enemy has been slain.
God, it was like 1 HP away.
I'm gonna burn this place down. Then help them build it back up.
Did he hit him?
So I can burn it again.
Yeah, but I don't know if Lux is going to be able to convert. Okay, yeah, she got him. Okay. That's good. Yeah, maybe I got to roam or something here in a minute. I don't know. It's like we're not actually losing the lane that badly.
They ain't ready for what I'm bringing.
We just got double killed. But at least one of those went to the Skarner.
You like that?
I don't know if we can contest Grubs. Renekton is so weak top.
I am only as wild as magic.
Skarner's strong. I mean, Lux is kind of ahead, but... I mean, I've got ult. I mean, can I...
The humans call it battle. It's just a dance.
Shit. Okay.
This looks like another dangerous.
Alright, well, somehow we got Prio top. Just a good back timing, I guess. Hopefully she doesn't die at bottom. Probably will, but at least we'll have Grubs. Yeah, of course. Looks like Skarner was positioned to get drag, and we just can't contest it. We just have to get whatever he doesn't get. What? Dude, ain't no fucking way. Dude, that's nuts. Echo backed off.
Humans call magic.
She was one auto out. Does she kill me under tower? I mean, she might. Eh. Get out before she clears this whole wave and comes at me.
Hurry up.
Well, I guess at least we got Grubs, but
Ain't nothing I say should be taken serious.
God, she's gonna die again.
It's the truth.
They're gonna get 2 death. No? She's kind of alive.
Why is it taking so long to get back to the action?
Okay. I just wanted to heal just so she had the confidence to step up. She may have died to like 1 auto attack too.
You weren't a little frightened? No lie. I have got to stop talking. Damn it, sign away, Marty. I think they underestimate my charm. How is that even possible?
Okay, well that's good.
But
Nah, Skarner's around. Skarner. She just trying to trade it. She could have just backed up and maybe been alright. He was just there. We're not gonna be able to kill this Garner, but maybe we can kill the other girl. I don't know. No, dude, please just back up. Damn it. I really need to complete my thing.
Fun. I need some fun. Now.
Oh, she arrowed him? Okay, nice, to stop the Jin. The ult.
I am a chronic line stepper.
I'm still up in farm somehow, which is crazy. Renekton's kind of catching up, at least statistically. Or like, percentage-wise. I mean, he's still down a lot of flat minions, but as a percentage, he's kind of making some progress. She doesn't have her ult. I can just wait on her ult, maybe.
I will walk in. I will walk. They will walk.
I really want to blow up the Syra. See, you're gonna be on Void. Can we stop drag? They low? Shit. Holy shit. This Skarner. Jesus Christ. That's rough. I mean, Zyra died instantly. That's basically a 3v2. I guess the Skarner somehow got the Ashe, even though maybe Ashe didn't have her ult at the time.
The universe loves it.
I did miss the W on the Zyra. That would have made it a lot easier. I could have killed her instantly, and then Echo could have used that cooldown. Would have had one more cooldown for the Skarner, so... I mean, I did fuck part of that up. Can we get that?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oh, alright, we going up here? Okay.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Shit, we're gonna need some help with this dude. Lux is coming. Shit, Irelia's there. Oh god. I didn't see it. She had TP'd in. Nightbox was playing pretty well. That was good movement. Sorry, I haven't been able to keep up with the chat here.
Should I be running? Yeah, I should.
Yeah, TP bot was a specific meta when it was OP. Bought a bunch of upgrades to my PC. Bought 4 games. That's cool. I don't think I've played any of those. We got the Rift, right? Okay, good. Well, Renekton started off really rough, but he's picked it up. I mean, pretty much every lane, except for Lux's lane, was kind of rough, to be honest, early. But
For humans, magic is like fire. For us, it's water.
okay, Irelia will try to go for it. She is very strong right now, but where is that? It's top. Yeah, we need Lux up there. Lux really can't side lane. It's kind of a problem when you have a bunch of stuff that can't side lane. I'm kind of learning that. Do this? I mean, dude is around. Can we get her? I think we got it. We got to disengage this. Shit, there goes all of our ults. No, dude! Don't force it. Zyra's kind of low. We got to let Lux get a hit. I think once they started showing up and Lux isn't there, I mean, I think we kind of had to give that. Or we should have gone on. If we got the Irelia immediately, if Renekton E'd on her, he may. Did he E the Otacon? Did he just not have his E?
They think they can catch me.
They're gonna get Dragon too. God, we didn't get the second Dragon. It's gonna be third. Comp's just kind of rough. I don't know. Like, we have Renekton, sort of a bruiser. It's just, I just feel like we're so far behind. Not gonna be able to get them all. Okay, I thought that was a ward. that Herald. But I mean, I guess just had to do it.
I'm here. I'm done. I am so done.
Yeah, they're on 2 Infinity Edges. Jesus, they're on like so many items. They're on massive spikes right now. They just completed their Infinity Edges, the Yone and the Jin. My God, that Irelia has like 220 CS at 20. That's crazy. I mean, I guess Lux is kind of close. I feel like that's a lot for solo queue. Obviously, pros are gonna farm more than that, but.
They would see me. They would see my dance. I feel like my allies aren't recognizing how amazing my cloak is. I'm serious.
How many people are in that bush? I mean, there's nothing else to do on the map right now. Okay. They're all going for Renekton, maybe? No, they're in that bush. Okay. Can't do anything about it that's going to be useful. Okay. Oh my God. And Skarner is just like running it on us here. No.
It's all filthy and dangerous. And that's why I love it. Con out.
How did she get caught by that? Is it a flash? Feels like we're in it, but not really. I don't know. The Skarner is such a massive issue.
I don't want a world that's safe.
We're kind of doing some stuff. I mean, we got that's coming up. I'm gonna have to use one ward on Baron, probably. Hopefully it's not pinked. Okay. I think they're gonna play for Dragon. I gotta let that ward go. I want to sweep it, but gotta save my sweepers for Dragon. Okay, picked. Please? Okay, nice. Shit. Fuck. Oh, Echo's healed up all the way? Okay, let's go. Please don't let her outplay all this. Fucking kidding me, you guys. Literal 1v3. No ult. She's like channeling her thing full duration. They shot everything into it. Like Lux full comboed into her channeled like 75% reduction thing. Hey, what's up, B-Rad? Oh, Rakan's awesome. I mean, he's kind of bad. Well, I guess you probably haven't been watching pro play that much. I think he's definitely top 3 pick, ban, and pro, as per usual. Yeah, I mean, I do play him a lot. Part of it is just, you know, I'm familiar with him, but part of it is, like, he's a very good blind pick if you don't know what the comp is. A lot of times I end up being pick number 1 or pick number 2. Because people trade with me because they don't want to reveal their picks. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that... I mean, I'm like 60% or something on him on this account.
Anybody there?
I'm also just, like, technically just not, like, playing super amazingly. I don't know. Like I said, my mechanics have just been kind of off lately. But, I mean, this one is, like, every lane. We did okay bottom, but every lane's just kind of feeding. I mean, the thing is, like, he's rarely going to be a champ that goes, like, 10-0 in lane, you know? So, like, a lot of what he does, especially in the early game, is not, it's not super flashy. You know, occasionally you can win lane, but a lot of times I feel like I probably go even and maybe a little bit behind. Even though we're, like, in the tower for a lot of the lane, we were even on CS. We did get double killed that one time from the Skarner gang, but you're not really picking him for lane dominance. But, I mean, like, you can pick stuff for lane dominance, like the Zyra. But then if your team's not ahead, then you just get completely shanked. Like, you're so heavily indexed into your ADC being okay. Versus right now, I feel like roaming around, or just at least, you know, being relevant in many different game states later on is... That's just where I would want to be. I think Rakan just does... He's just the most flexible. Or certainly one of them. In terms of being able to peel and defend well, engage well, roam. You can kind of sustain through bad lanes for an engaged champ. Because he's got that shield that pops up every now and then. You get to take Guardians. That's additional shielding. You get to hit your Qs. So, you know, someone like Leona or Nautilus, who might get poked out a lot easier, Rakan, that's less likely to happen. Lux get... Oh, God. Skarner is just such a massive issue here. Oh my God, what's CC'd me for so long? Jen from like a billion miles away. Well, it's not, but like... I don't know. I mean, it's something. It means at the highest level. Is the average person who just plays Rakan for the first, like, 10 times or something, are they going to be as good as someone who plays Sona for the first 10 times? Probably not. Right? But... you know, if you've got experience on him, he has a pretty high delta. Yeah, I mean, it's not the same, but, you know, it just depends. I mean, as usual, it just depends on which metrics you want to look at. But it's like, am I going to say that, you know, based on PDI, that I think, you know, right here, you know, Melio is the third best support right now? Probably not in a lot of situations. I think he can be, like, good with certain comps. And some of these champs are routinely... you know, hard paired with other popular champs. So, like, Nami is almost always with Lucian. You can play her with other stuff. But, or like that Zillion, right, is going to be a better support than something like Alistar or Leona. Because he's got a better, you know, PDI. or whatever they call it. It used to be pick ban influence. Oh, they still call it PBI. So it just depends, but I think he's good, and I think statistically, if you play him a lot, he's good. But you know, I could play Zillion, or I could play Nautilus, but or not Zillion, Leona or Nautilus, but I just like Rakan a lot of times. Well, almost everything's a spellbook user, or can be a spellbook user. Now, I haven't tried that in solo queue. I think it's something that would be a lot better with highly organized play because of the smites. Because you can double smite. Or being able to, you know, TP to a lane, like calling out TPs, like, hey, all in right now, I can TP and back you up. That type of stuff. I think would be better. There's no way there's that many games on 15-13. That's got to be all season. So there's a bunch of different ways you can view it. But the fact that I've got somewhere between a 55 and 60% win rate on it personally, it's good in pro. I think that a lot of people that play Rakan a lot are pretty good on him. So he is the 4th most picked champ at MSI right now with 57%, which is the highest win rate outside of the other champs, you know, that you could say are probably overperforming. It'd be like Braum, big time, right? Like he's 10-2, he's 83%. So, you know, I think you could comfortably say Braum was doing better. But outside of that, I think I would put him probably 2nd highest. I mean, Nico's very good too. She's got 1 more pick, fewer bans, and 4% less win rate. And Braum is only picked twice less than Rakan. So, I mean, I think it's Braum and Rakan. But that's a huge gap in win rates. I'd probably put Braum over Rakan. But he's certainly, like I said, probably top 3. But I'm pretty sure, like, Braum, Leona, Nautilus, maybe Rel and Alistar could all go Spellbook if they wanted to. I mean, it's almost everything. Some people are going Spellbook on Rel. I mean, she kind of needs Aftershock. She's a little bit squishier. Yeah, a lot of people doing Spellbook on Rakan. Oh, people are doing Glacial on Alistar. Okay. I guess that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I mean, that's part of it. But I mean, that's been his story, like his whole career, like almost every international tournament, probably 90% plus of international tournaments, is he's always a top 3. It feels like he's always doubted. I mean, I know it's easy to hate on him, just kind of play him a lot. People want to see me play other stuff, but probably the NA teams that picked her. I'd have to see. I don't know. Like, Rel, like, I understand she's got good gank assist and all that. She's kind of short range. I mean, you can use Hex Flash to start, because I think your Q range is only like 700. It might not even be that. 600? Wait, I haven't finished that series. Did Faker lose? I thought they were going to win. I fell asleep in the middle of it. Inting Briar strat. I've seen some pretty good Briars. Sadly, T11. Okay, yeah. I was about to say, I just remember hearing, oh my god, Jinx got a Penta or some shit while I was like asleep, half asleep. Yo, what's up, Brad? Gangsta.
Yo. Oh, I thought my mic was muted.
Oh, no, you're good. Yes, they did lose against Gen G. It is a, It's a double elimination tournament. I think this is one of the best tournaments they've ever had, honestly. Like, there have been so many good series. It feels like it just goes on forever. I love it. I mean, it probably sucks for the people that don't get to go, because this tournament's been going on for like a month. And it was the same thing at the beginning of the year. They played some amount of games, 10 games, and there was immediately a tournament. So if you're like a 6th place team, or hell, even like a 4th place team or something, you just don't get to play for 80% of the year, because then Worlds is going to be happening in like 2 months. So I feel like that's the only angle that could be bad. But honestly, most people probably just want to watch the top teams anyways, especially internationally. Now, this matchup is not amazing. Like, there are some matchups that Rakan's not great at. Like, Malzahar's one of them. That's kind of bad news bears, but... because he can just R me. Sort of. If he R's me, that's a problem. If he R's somebody else, I can usually interrupt it. Although, I do have to have my ult to do that, because if he has the spell shield, that can kind of be annoying, but... we just didn't have I mean, last game, we just didn't have a good answer for Irelia, and she got super fed. We kind of beat her a couple times, but the Irelia being really fed, and then the Skarner, we didn't have good tank breaking stuff. The Renekton was kind of coming online, but the Echo just felt worthless, and Lux was kind of worthless in some of those fights. If they would have been able to kill that Irelia in a 3v1 at the end there and stop them from getting soul, maybe we could get back into it, but... shit, we just didn't have anyone that could match her on a side lane. She's gonna 1v2. We can compete with China. Well, I mean, I think that's the biggest fumble. I think most of this season has actually been really well managed. I think that Fearless Draft is... you could argue it's the best thing they've ever come up with League. I think it's very entertaining for people to play. It adds so much extra diversity to the game, so I think that's a grand slam. And some of the map stuff, like, I wasn't sure about the Adicon and the Grubs and stuff, but I kind of like it now that it's a little more balanced. Just always having objectives and stuff you can trade on different sides of the map. Just feels kind of good, because then even if you're just getting punked on one side of the map, you're not getting completely blown out. So if bottom's just getting like turbo camped, or is behind or something, you don't lose just because you lose every dragon. Now you can at least get stuff on the top of the map. And it just kind of rewards more like thinking. Just makes the game a little bit more complex. Some people would argue there's too many objectives, but I think that's at least neutral. How do you lose to Trundle level 1 to just auto attacks? He's like half health! No one else on the team got an assist. No one CC'd. Was he AFK?
I think I caught her off guard. He did ignite her too.
Okay, I mean, it's... maybe he leveled Pillar first. And I just don't know how you kill her. How she can't just flash away. But whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying to bring Brazil into the fold just doesn't... I mean, I understand maybe what they're thinking. They're like, oh, they have like a growing fan base. Our fan base is kind of declining in North America, so maybe if we combine them, that'll be useful for advertisers or, you know, some shit. That has to be... it has to be like an advertiser angle. Like just trying to get into... kind of showcase that bigger market. But it's just been a total fly. I think the Brazilian people just don't care about NA teams. I think NA teams don't care about Brazilian teams. And NA teams, by and large, usually are just going to beat the Brazilian teams. There's that one team that showed up and did it, you know, they had a couple of good series. It was kind of, you know, it was cool. At MSI. But... I don't know. The whole, like, just making it, it's clearly not one region in terms of, like, skill level and things like that. Or even geographically. Like, you can't even host, like, it's prohibitively expensive to have those teams play against each other a lot, since they're thousands of miles apart. So it's like they don't even play each other that much. It just, I don't know. It seems like a total flop. I don't even know what it's called. I forgot. It's like the Americas. They should just call it like the Americas League or something, but I don't know if we. Yeah, I don't think we win that. Alright. Okay, I didn't realize you were just getting a free jump. I thought you were actually all ending. Not bad. I can't clear that. Vietnam team? Oh, you mean the other one? Hey, what's up, Alex? The Oysters? I think it's... Are we talking about Oysters? I can't scroll up to see. That team's actually, I think, pretty good. I mean, I think these minor regions should have a team. I just feel like NA should have two. If Europe's getting two. I don't know the structure of the tournament, though. Maybe they just didn't have enough spots or slots or whatever, but... It feels weird to only have one team from NA. I get it. It's like the smallest viewer base. It's probably the most lucrative advertising space, though. I know on like YouTube ads, anyone that's watching from America, you know, you probably get paid 4 times as much per ad as someone watching from, you know, like
I didn't mean.
anywhere it's not Europe. Europe's less, but not 4 times less. I mean, it's still like doesn't matter. It's like 0, you know, for my channel basically. So I get so few views, but you know, for places at scale, you know, American eyeballs are way more valuable. Advertisers will pay up for that versus pretty much anywhere else. I mean, it makes sense. Americans spend the most money by far. I think I read somewhere America spends like 75% of the world's money or something like that. It was some crazy ass number. Maybe it wasn't 75%. It was definitely, I feel like it was almost certainly over half of the world's money. Oh, my bad. Fuck that one up. You bastard. Well, we just have a lot of money, man. I mean, some of it's greed, but some of it's we just got. I don't know. Did a lot of things historically. Well, we're trying to undo a lot of them, but we did a lot of things historically that led to really good, you know, trade deals and access to different things and just all sorts of advantages. Big one's the dollar is the reserve currency. Everybody buys our debt. We had a really, really good deal after World War II. Basically rebuilt the world, and we pretty much bankrolled everybody in the war. World War I and World War II. Made a bunch of shit and sold it to them. And then we did a lot of, like, you know, building. To help rebuild Europe and stuff after World War II. So, got a huge boost off of that. I mean, Europe, you know, they're just trying to rebuild all their shit after having everything decimated, and America was just like, you know, we lost soldiers in the war, but we didn't lose a lot of, like, infrastructure. And oh my god. What a disaster.
What?
He's like used every team cooldown. I didn't know Shen was gonna go that hard. He doesn't have TP either. Odd.
I guess I could have flashed the Melio bullshit, but that'd be fine. Kinda worried that their jungler's here. Do you have
Yeah,
a ward?
probably. Can I go up for grubs?
I'm gonna jump on her here, I think.
Okay. Emilio's standing there. Fuck yeah, they're gonna get grubs. God, that can't keep happening.
Look right.
Well, so much for that.
Time to show it.
Man.
Humans will never understand our
Right, you died level 1, man. Like, that's not the top's fault. I don't know. You need to have more awareness of where Viego could be. Actually buy a control ward. Because Viego's just running circles around him. Yeah, C9's kind of old guard, but...
Oh, ready? Go, go, go.
Okay, we going?
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be kind of tough, but... Okay,
We win all-ins pretty hard. That's why I picked this champion.
yeah.
They don't have any CC for me other than the Melio, like, Q.
Yeah, he's gotta dodge his thing.
Yeah, that's what messed me up in that last fight. I should have flashed it. Okay,
Wow,
nice.
They don't have grubs yet? Oh, there it goes.
Oh, that was close. I think you got that. Oh, that plate is so tempting.
Yeah, but I think we lose too much tempo on it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Also good without trying to buy a super team.
don't get out of control. It ain't a party.
Yeah, they're alright. I mean, Team Liquid's still around. It's not as good as they used to be. There's not a lot of exciting, fresh new players. I mean, Inspired is kind of new. I think he's been around for a little bit, but he's doing really well.
Get 'em watching. Burn 'em.
An enemy is dominating.
I don't know. I just don't follow the personalities of people, like the social media stuff. I mean, part of that's just a product of me just being older and it's not caring or following a lot of that. But, you know, part of the intrigue behind, I think, some of those OG teams was sort of some of these rivalries, you know, with Reggie and shit.
An ally has
She's
been
her spell shield.
Did she use her spell shield?
So long to
Do you have
Yeah,
your bomb back?
bomb. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Emilio just used his
Can you
thing.
maybe?
She's really far back, though. Yeah, if you can... Well, they're gonna run. Should probably try to... I don't know. It's pushing towards her. Mid and jungle are missing.
situation.
Yeah. Man, that'd be.
Maybe if they come over here and try to clear this. I've got a control word here. I know it's not worded.
Is my
I
club
don't think she has flash, huh? Oh no! Oh.
has been slain.
Shit, I didn't even see the Emilio. He's there. he's over there. Can we... I don't know if we can kill this guy. I don't think we can. He's going to try the red. Can we get him at red?
We might be able to, but mid laner is just nice.
He's out. Oh, maybe?
Oh, shit. Oh, I tried to insect him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that was worth it.
Oh no, she knocked him out! Oh my god, Briar. Fucking knocked him out of my W.
Oh, that wasn't worth it at all.
How does he not have a bounty on him?
That was
What the
crazy.
fuck? Trundle's got 2 kills. He's got a shutdown. I guess he got... Maybe he got killed when he was, at 5 kills or something?
The humans call it battle.
I mean, we've got objective bounties right now. I don't understand how he doesn't have any bounty. Yeah, I think JoJo was a pretty good talent. I don't know. People were saying that he had like attitude problems or something. I don't know. It could have just been some internal rivalry. I don't remember. Okay.
It's gonna be gone.
They will remember my name.
He's gonna be there.
I will make
Around there.
I will make them hear.
He's probably gonna try to gank you from the bottom. I think I can get out if he's here. There he is, yeah. Maybe Lux steal it with it. No. Nope.
I dance because I'm free.
Dude. They got that. Okay. Maybe we get a shutdown here. Or a objective bounty.
Just want to hit it once so I get the empowered back.
Zaya says someone has to die.
Not sure if I got the XP for being that close or not. Maybe.
This is why I don't like Briars, man. They either do really good or they like int.
She's kind of an extreme champ, yeah.
There's like no in between.
That's how it is for a lot of assassins. That's why I usually don't like them either. Oh god, Big Papa's here. No. Try to get him out. Just gonna one-tap that. Oh my god.
Nope.
Oh my god. Did she get him? Did he just ult out? Oh, you're baited. God. Blast cone.
Yeah, I should probably be running.
It feels like we're just getting completely deleted this game, but I mean, if we just get an objective, a couple more objective bounties, we could get back in. Hey, what's up, John? Thanks, man. Super random chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I could figure out. It just shows up in the chat. Yeah, the playing on the stream would be the overlay.
I feel like my
and that was through Streamlabs. I don't remember if there's still a link to do the Streamlabs or not. I haven't actually looked at Streamlabs in a long time, but I do appreciate that. It's going to help out a lot. Especially, you probably weren't here for my, at the very beginning of the stream. I was kind of rambling while I was in queue, but as per usual, as you do. But, yeah, I am probably getting, it looks like, going to be laid off from my major university, and I'm going to have to teach at a kind of a smaller college nearby. I might be able to get back to the major one, but pretty massive income hit, and I already wasn't making that much, so $10 definitely helps. Fortunately, my wife, you know, makes pretty good money, so we're not going to be like on the streets or anything, but it's definitely a little rough. And I, you know, the people, and I know this always happens to everybody at some point, but it just sucks, you know, doing my job really well, getting a bunch of stuff, and I think that the people that are going to get to keep their job, several of them are a lot younger with a lot less experience than me. You know, it's like a lot of 20-somethings who I'm sure are nice, like great people, but it just feels bad when you've been somewhere, you know, for 8+ years.
Hey. Oh.
Doing, you know, by all metrics, an awesome job, and then you just kind of get, for whatever reason, laid off instead of the younger person. And they're not even cheaper than me. They're the same price. We all get a flat rate. Like, I don't get, nobody gets individual raises or anything. It's just all based on whatever the rate is. But anyways. But who knows? Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe it motivates me to go back and try to do some fiction writing. Oh, dude, I didn't need that much. I wasn't trying to... I was just saying thank you for the first amount. I wasn't trying to... whatever, solicit for more. But that's amazing, man. Thank you so much.
You weren't a little frightened?
Oh, God. There's no way. He really chases and flashes me instead of everybody else. I guess everybody else is winning the fight so hard anyways. Doesn't matter.
I can't
Yeah.
even fight that.
No, it definitely does. That's huge. Like I said, we're not gonna be out on the street. We'll be all right. My wife makes okay money, but that definitely does help. But in the long run, maybe it's a blessing in disguise if I can go back to grad school and either get an MFA or a PhD, then be eligible to apply for the more permanent position. That'd be nice. That's the thing too, is like so much of it is just the communication, where it's like I don't know if it's necessarily they're miscommunicating or if I'm just like misinterpreting. But I had basically had full time since COVID, and I just thought, well, I'm gonna keep getting full time 4 classes.
Oh, no.
But then last year they're like, oh, by the way, that's not going to happen. That was just supposed to be a COVID thing where you guys are getting 4 classes. And then they said they're going to reduce everybody to 2 classes. And so I was like, well, damn, that sucks, but I guess at least I get 2 classes and I can figure it out. And then now it's like, well, actually, that's no classes. So, no classes for you. At first they were saying nobody was going to get any more classes. The part-timers. The people without the terminal degrees. But then they switched it and they decided to let 6 people stay. And I don't know everybody's situation. I know 2 of the guys have probably been there for a little while and are really solid, but several of the girls, I don't know who they are, and I'm sure they look pretty young. Again, it's not to hate on like young people per se, but it's like same degree, and I've got 12 more years of experience. I have good evaluations. It's not like I'm getting trash, evaluations or something. It just kind of, it's like, okay, well, what is the criteria then, But I'm more likely to stay, right? Like, a 20-something, if they don't get full-time, if they're not married to somebody that's got money, or they don't come from money, or have some crazy side gig. I can do one more. You do one more?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Then you can't have that job. It's kind of a hobby job. So it's like, if you give it to these 20-somethings, they're not going to make it unless they, like, want to live in their car and die alone or something. I don't know. It's a little bit different. I mean, I guess that's a hot take. I think it's a little bit different if you're trying to find somebody and marry somebody. If you are poor as a woman versus a man. I mean, obviously it works with my wife. I've always been poor. But, yeah, my wife still married me. But I feel like a lot of guys aren't that lucky. I feel like guys are judged a lot more based on their income. Not by everybody. Again, there are saints like my wife out there, but... So, I don't know. Maybe they can pull it off. But it is very difficult to have that job. And so, in other words, they're probably going to leave. 1 or 2 years, they're like, I can't do that. Most of the people I know in academia, again, who are single... Now, most of them were dudes, but some women who are single, they can't stay in academia because they just can't afford it. So these people are going to leave, and it's like, well, you just invested, you just kicked this person that's, would stay there, has said they would stay there till the end, even if it's just 2 classes, unyielding loyalty, who has great reviews and gets along with everybody and has a great reputation in the department and, everything. And you're trading all of that for these, young people that are just going to leave. They don't have better evals. They don't have more publications. At least, again, I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they're packing. Maybe they've got perfect evals. But, I don't know. I feel if I were to look on the department website, if I could fast forward 3 years, a lot of them are not going to be there. It's just a window, I guess. But yeah, it's frustrating, but hopefully we can. It could be a blessing in disguise if I've just been kind of complacent, which is true. But if it kind of gets me off my ass and gets me motivated, and I, apply, get back into grad school, finish the degree, and then get a full-time job. And I'll get all that done about when it's time to retire. At this point. So. No, I don't think that's my fan that's making that noise. I think that's Brad has some kind of...
Oh, my bad.
No, it's fine. I think he was asking about it. Unless it is, I do have a fan running. It could be picking up my fan and I just can't hear it. That is possible.
Let's dance.
I should probably go in jungle.
Probably, but that's all right. Hopefully this Lilia is okay. I mean, that's true. Guys might need to lower their expectation. I think that is something that the red pill community doesn't ever really talk about that much. It's like, bro, if you're like, you know, whatever you're bringing to the table, looks, money, personality, whatever metric you want to use, right? If you're coming in at like a 5 or something, and all that you're looking for is like these 8+ girls, it's like, it's probably not happening. You know? But that's fine. People act like, oh, it's impossible to date or find anybody. I'm like, just go walk around Walmart or like a beach or just anywhere. There's couples everywhere. Like, you can find people. It is tough, but I think it is a problem of expectations. And I think women kind of have that to some extent too, right? They're holding out for guys that are, you know, the 666 or whatever they say, but yeah, exactly. I think there's just a real problem with expectations with a lot of people in society about a lot of things, including dating, where people just feel like their life is horrible or they don't have options, they can't do this or that, because their expectations are not aligned with reality. I mean, the Buddha and Buddhism and stuff like that, I mean, I wouldn't describe myself as a Buddhist per se, but I studied it a lot, and a lot of these things. I mean, the basic core principle is that all unhappiness comes from unrealistic expectations. That's pretty much it. And so to be happier, be more realistic with your expectations. I mean, there's, you know, way, way more to it than that, but that's basically it. There's like, God, what was it? The 4 Noble Truths, the way they put it. I think it was, life is disappointment. Disappointment comes from expectations. Remove the expectations, and you will remove the disappointment. Follow this noble 8-fold path that they laid out, and that will help you remove expectations. That's a mega anti-Rakan comp. I would say mega. Galio is annoying. Tarek can be annoying. I think Rakan does better into Tarek than most other engaged champs, because he can at least get out when Tarek ults. I think our team, if I was on the other team as Rakan, I think our team would be more of a anti-Rakan team. Zaya Vagar, but
Yeah, Lilia's really good into their comp, which is good.
yeah. Doesn't automatically open. I know, that's true. Yeah. A lot of people think making a ton of money. I mean, it helps, but it's not, you know, it's not going to be everything. I mean, I wouldn't know personally, because I've never made 6 figures anywhere remotely close to that. Hell, I'll be lucky making 5 figures pretty soon, maybe. But, it's not that bad. It's not. Right now, teaching at the smaller university, I do make over 5 figures, barely. But it's not quite that bad, but certainly nowhere close to 6. But yeah, I mean, but there's something that my friend always said in high school. It wasn't about money, but it was about like working out and looks, which is another factor that goes into that, right? Like, people just assume if you're a really hot guy that you're automatically going to get any girl you want, which is not true. But he said, because my argument when I was younger is like, I want a girl to like me for me. If she only wants me because she thinks I'm really attractive or whatever, I don't want that. So I had like this very like, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, view about things. Over idealized, romanticized view about stuff. But he's like, okay, that can be true. He's like, but it's never going to hurt if you work out. He's like, you can be healthy and you can still work out and it's never going to hurt you. He's like, it can help, it won't hurt. And I mean, I think that's true about money too, where it's like, if you have more money, that's very rarely going to be a detriment. It doesn't automatically mean you'll get whatever. But money is very helpful. Unfortunately, money is a lot of power in the world. Almost every stat, everything that like on a, population level bad that happens, you can trace it back to money. Almost all of it. It's at least correlated with it. So again, like, I think, you know, you can be happy and things can be great, you know, if you're poor and whatever. But, and I don't think everybody, obviously, needs to just go out and try to make as much money as possible. If that means sacrificing too much other aspects of their life. But it certainly helps. If you can find a way to do other things you enjoy and make money, it's good. You know, yeah, again, I'm definitely on the far opposite side. Now, if I wasn't married to my wife, or if I wasn't married to somebody, or didn't have some other way to, like, you know, make money or neutralize, if I just wasn't able to live the kind of life that I wanted to live without making more money, I probably would have had to go into something else. And who knows, maybe I would have liked that. Something I hadn't even thought about. Maybe I'd be a mechanic or something, and I would actually enjoy it. I'd be like, hey, you know, I like working with my hands, you know, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. But unfortunately, haven't had to do that. It's possible I could go into high school teaching at some point. I think I'm going to try to see if I can get into grad school this year. Sort of see where it goes. Or if I can get full-time at this smaller college. They have a lot of pretty old people. Their department is a lot smaller than it used to be, but they do have quite a few old people too. So I could see what my chances could be to if I could get full-time there. I think it's a long shot, but I do think at some point there's going to be just nobody left in academia, hardly. You got to get Tarek. I think Triss is just going to jump out. Wow. Okay. He doesn't flash that? I thought for sure he's going to flash my W. Sorry, I can't keep up with all that, John. I'm trying. I don't like talking about money. Yeah. Oh, that was very generous. I appreciate that. I mean, I probably could have done sales or law school or something too. It probably would have been fine. But high school teaching, if it was a nice high school, I might actually like it. I don't know. Depending on the classes. If I got to teach a diversity of classes, that would be kind of cool. If I could teach like a philosophy class or like a religion class or something, or in addition to English. I don't know. All the tests are probably kind of annoying. I am at the new, or at the other college, they do have me teaching a, like medieval / Renaissance lit class, which will be interesting. Now, I've never taught medieval or Renaissance, so it's going to take a lot of prep, but just teaching a lit class, again, hopefully it'll be kind of fun. It'll be interesting. I think the people in there might actually want to be there by default, because I don't think you just accidentally sign up for a class like that. Whereas, like, in my class, I feel like there's maybe, usually in like a freshman composition class, it's like maybe 3 or 4 people that actually like English and writing by default, and they might actually want to be English majors or do something in the humanities. Most people are like business or science. So I think the default view is neutral about English to maybe slightly skeptical. And then there's always going to be some that are kind of hostile, right? So a lot of your job is just convincing them that it's like valuable But if everybody's kind of on board with it straight from the beginning, that would be an interesting kind of vibe. I did teach one survey lit class back in the day at my Ohio university, and it was pretty cool. The test design is actually kind of fun. So I try to come up with like creative questions that get them to use material from the texts. And I give them an options, like just a straight up, tell me about this character, this theme, you know, kind of a generic question. But also give them some fun ones, like role-playing back in that era, or thinking about how lessons from that era could apply today. So I remember some questions that I had. We read several 18th century books, many of which were about marriage. The Beggar's Opera was a really interesting one. I'm trying to remember. It's been so long since I've read it, but I'm pretty sure there's like a guy that basically goes around trying to like scam women into marrying him. Because like marriage laws back then. Oh wow, he stepped forward on that? That's crazy. I've still got heal. Okay, I'm just gonna run out too.
That's unfortunate.
But he's basically like this smooth talking dude, and he tries to get women to marry him. So he can get their money, because the marriage laws were basically like the guy gets everything. Even if it was the woman's money, if you marry, then the guy gets everything. And there's like basically no divorce. And so the question that I asked was, okay, using these three texts, and there was one that was like marriage is okay, and another it's like if you had a teenage daughter that was wanting to marry somebody, you know, what would be some things you would look for, or how would you decide if you wanted to support that marriage or not? Use these three texts, you know, to justify. Or maybe it was like, give your daughter advice about marriage. She's thinking about marrying somebody. What would you tell her based on these three texts?
Oh,
Damn.
wow. I knew
Not
Derek
expecting
was
that Trundle.
Trundle was there.
So that was a fun question. Another one I looked at was Frankenstein and Gulliver's Travels.
Without wild magic, we have no children.
Oh, she's getting grubs. It'll be alright. Maybe. I mean, I should have awarded that. I don't remember if I had a award or not. I mean, I guess we should have been more aware that.
It just sucks. We almost killed the Tarek, and then we gave him a free lane afterward. Like, it could
Yeah.
have been so much more aggressive.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm the one that dies.
Yeah, we looked at Gulliver's Travels and Frankenstein. I was like, okay, let's say you just created. I had piloted using a monster, like you created a monster in a lab, but then I said, or no, I think I initially said an AI, and you're trying to teach an AI how to be ethical, even though it's probably more powerful than people. How could you convince it not to kill everybody and to be beneficial, pretty much. But then the AI thing was kind of throwing people off when I like asked some students about it. And so I just made it like an actual monster, because that more closely tracked with Frankenstein. Use passages from Frankenstein or from Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver being the more benevolent giant who didn't want to hurt the Lilliputians. And then, not Frankenstein himself, obviously, that's the scientist, but like the monster Frankenstein created deciding to, you know, kill humanity. How could you convince him to be more like Gulliver and less like Frankenstein, effectively? Using text, speeches and things from those texts. Just stuff like that was fun. Or like a modern day one. So those are kind of, I guess, those are kind of modern day renditions as well. But another one I remember is like using poems from, oh God, I'm trying to, there was one that was like, you're trying to like pick a preschool. One of them emphasizes these kinds of skills and this kind of learning. I think it was STEM skills, and one of them emphasizes something else. Which one, and your spouse wants one and you want the other one, which one would you support? And how would you convince your spouse to change their mind? Okay, well, I guess you got a flash for no reason.
Nice.
And he did stuff like from Wordsworth, poetry from Wordsworth, and then some other poetry to justify which ones. So just stuff like that. It was kind of fun. I really enjoyed designing the test, and I think one of the students' reviews was, this is the first and only class I've ever had where I actually enjoyed the tests. That was kind of funny. It took me forever to read everything for that class and like develop it. A big challenge as well is most of the books, like the big canonical, like important books, are massive from that era because authors were paid by the page, and people really wanted to enjoy the books for a long time. Like, they're paying for books, they're kind of expensive. It was usually a more aristocratic audience, and it's like they wanted their money's worth. They didn't want a 200-page book. They're paying for a book. They want, like, you know, big money. And a lot of them were serialized, so it's kind of like, you know, a TV show today where you'd get, you know, a book. You get like 5 chapters out of a book 1 year, or maybe more than that. Like, I don't know, 10 chapters out of a book 1 year, and then the next year you'd get the next 10 chapters, and they do that for a few years.
We fight him here. Oops. Bad.
She have their ult?
Yes.
How many mana?
No, that's just honestly get away. What?
They're so low, but so am I.
Oh, not like this.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Nice, so that was crazy. But yeah, so that's one thing I'm looking forward to. Oh god. I don't have anything. He's gonna back off. Okay.
Alright, that worked out.
So I gotta do all this work, but I'm hoping I can develop some more questions. And it's just kind of fun to go back. You know, I like literature. It's cool. So being able to go back and like reread some of that stuff. And hopefully if I can do well in that class, apparently it's a class not a ton of people like to teach because it's, I don't know, it's just older stuff. They don't have a medievalist person there anymore. I think their medievalist retired, so maybe that could be my foothold in the door. Have I ever read The Art of War? I have not. I think I've read maybe sections of it. I don't know if I own it. I guess you probably find it for free online, but Dao De Jing is excellent. I haven't read the whole thing, but I've read. I mean, it doesn't take. You probably read it one afternoon. It's just basically like a list of wise sayings.
Run.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get this and then run. Okay, should be good.
Pushing yourself too hard.
I mean, they're not really the same thing, but just as far as like famous ancient Chinese texts. What?
Dude, this Bakar, man. Get the fuck.
Aaliyah's popping off. That's good. But so, you know, that's exciting. Every ending is a new beginning. I just hope I can get back in to UT at some point. Maybe as fiction writing. I mean, fiction writing is what I always wanted to do back in the day. I just didn't have the discipline and I wasn't that great at it. I don't know, like in high school, I wrote a book that was like 300 pages or something, just kind of for fun. It ended up being for an independent study project, but I just enjoyed doing it when I wasn't really thinking, and it wasn't very good at the end of the day, but I had fun with it. Oh my god. I thought he was going to live. I could have shielded and run to him, but... Or I could have ulted and run to him, I should say.
Fuck. Any there? Oh, good. Just on his mid.
Yeah, they're all running in. Do I have to ult out of this?
They're on Lilia.
Probably fine.
They gave Vagar bot tower for free.
That's cool. Well, he's getting damage on it. I don't know if he's going to get the whole thing or not.
No, he took the other one already.
Oh, yeah, he took that one. Yeah, he's working on the tier 2.
Oh, and he got a kill.
Okay.
Not near. No. Galio, but so.
What else? There's not really an objective yet. Warwick's creeping.
Oh.
He's coming on you. I'm coming too. I'm going to be late. Lilia's also coming.
Oh. I want to get Warwick ulted.
Oh god. Holy shit. Damn, Warwick's still at his ult. It's crazy. Why he didn't use it on you? I guess because I was there or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you literally got there like perfect timing. Uh-oh. Oh, no way that didn't stun him.
Oh, he tried to smite! He got punked.
Alright. Too long here. I better count my lucky stuns.
Olaf's coming. Yeah, you got it back for sure, but... Huh. That Olaf axe goes through the trees like that? Oh god. I don't have any mana. Vagar's coming. Vagar gets him? Damn, my shield was not there. Okay, well, at least he's not trying to blame me. It's a little too hard. They're coming. Tarek's flanking you. Got Atacon and 20. Oh god, he went Infinity Edge. Fuck. Does he even have any crit scaling? It seems really troll. I've never seen that on him.
We got free Atacon.
Is he trolling? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
How do you pull off?
It is what he is.
This has to be fast.
Okay, Galio's top. I mean, obviously he has ult, but
I just don't want him to take mid tower. Okay. Rotating. Aim for. Nice. Okay, we could. Or fight. Okay.
yeah, we just gotta. They're gonna get dragon.
Honestly, Lilia could have just like went. Oh. Cool.
I was trying to zone the Trundle when I went in. I got out, but
I think Lilia could have like ulted them all, and then I could have ulted
yeah, that would have been nice.
them up, but I didn't want to go in since she didn't go in. Still working.
Oh, can we? They're on this.
We can fight it. Little troll. Kind of. Coming around. It's down for now. Going. Nice.
Alright. I don't know what else we can get, but
Where are we going? No. Yeah. Hey, have you seen this cake?
try to get help Olaf maybe.
Oh no. Shit.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy is unstoppable.
Leah, can you beat her? I mean, she's got no mana, but still,
Enemy double.
that's
Why would she
negatory.
do that without her ult?
It seems sus.
We just fed the Dritz 3 kills. My fault.
Zaya! Hey! Where is she? I hate it when she
Baron up and a few.
If it don't get out of control, it ain't a party.
It's like every game we've had. I guess we have one champ that can side lane this time, but I guess it's kind of rare to have mid laners that can side lane pretty well. I'm just thinking like it's hard for Veigar to beat bottom. Wow, how the fuck did that catch me?
What? That bomb killed me? Dude, I was at like half health still.
What? Her dash got interrupted by the trundle? That's crazy. Okay, Olaf, here's your time, bud.
One more, just one more. Okay, they got it. Nice.
Baron's up.
The Baron.
Yeah, don't chase that. Just mid and Baron.
Man, that triple kill Tristan I got just made all the difference in that fight right there. That's unfortunate.
I will make them dance. I will make them hear.
We have your ults. Tarek has no ults.
Yeah.
But this should be free. I have Ghost right here. Oh my god. Oh. Tristana, guys.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I think push mid. Well, never mind. We got 20 seconds on this. I'm gonna give Warwick a lot of speed. It's not great being so low, but okay, nice.
I do not wish to kill the mortals. I want them to
Oh come on, how is okay? There it goes. Say, how's Wart still have it? Why kill Tristan? You can kill Galio though, man.
So guilty. I mean, that was bad timing too, and I could get that round here.
Yeah, I was trying to keep them out of the pit, but I guess they didn't have a smite. I should have been looking for the Triss. I had tunnel vision on the Tarek and the Galio trying to get in the pit. I didn't even see that Triss till it's too late.
Accountability going for their jungle earlier. Or something. Get at me.
Cover for Olaf. I don't know if that was even worth. No, it's not worth. Is Infinity Edge really better than Stridebreaker? Anybody know about this? Does Olaf, did they give him like crazy scaling with crit or something?
I'm offended by how little attention
I gotta back up. I was trying to keep some Baron pressure bottom, but it was just way too risky versus Warwick. Kill this? Eric's behind me.
Krista's top, so there's no threat.
Okay.
Retreat.
Someone's got to mark
They're
that.
still separated. It's 4
Yeah.
versus 5 though. We don't want to like all in here. Oh, right here, maybe, yeah.
Oh god. Really? Dude, that was the luckiest fucking Tarek stun. Tarek's pressuring top. He was trying to stun the Lilia, but I just W'd right into the one that was on him. I just gotta be disciplined. I've got a lot of ideas for stories as far as like getting back into grad school. And I've written down a bunch. I've been kind of working on it over a year, but I just got to sit down and actually write it out. It's just like anything else. I mean, that's really the key to life. They say that everywhere all the time, but it's just, life is just a routine. You just have to get in the routine of doing whatever it is you're trying to do. I guess I should say like success is a routine. Just the more you do something, the better you get at it, and the easier it is to just keep doing it. You got to just work up the, at least for me, kind of the patience or the just the bandwidth to stay with it. Because I've kind of got this before. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, so it's like hard to. I get distracted easily, but if I'm really interested in something and if I'm kind of like in the zone, then I can do it.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Okay, nice. Man, I kept that Vagar up for a while though.
Dude, that was insane flash on his part.
I missed the part where he did that. I just saw him Zhonya's. I was clearing a ward. I saw him Zhonya's, and I was like, oh shit, and just threw redemption on him and just ran over, lock it, double shield, heal, everything. Did he flash to kill Trist or something?
Yeah, Trist hit his wall, and so he flashed on top of her.
Oh.
And unloaded.
I guess it worked out.
That's like one downside from Tarek is if you get killed before your ult pops off, or if you're too slow to activate it.
AFK. I don't.
Yeah, Vagar is pretty good.
Yeah, the Vagar was doing pretty well.
He's playing, but
Yeah.
he's like pinging mid as I'm pushing it. I'm like, I'm already pushing it.
Yeah, I don't know, but all right, man. Well, GG's. I got to get up in the morning and do some stuff with the kids, but hopefully, I'm not sure when Jason's getting back, but maybe we could do a flex or something sometime whenever he gets back, or if he's not back, we could just play some more Duo.
Yeah, it's fun. Thanks for the games. Let me know. I'm always happy to play.
Sure.
I could jungle now, so if we...
There we go. Yeah, I mean, it kind of worked out that game, but yeah, the games where we jungled is definitely felt well. We had one that was really long, but you were definitely popping off in those games too.
The 50-minute, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, I didn't even notice the Galio left.
Yeah, I had to be at the end. I don't know. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it must have been at the very end because he was definitely a pest for the whole game. But anyways, all right. Well, GG's. I'll catch you next time.
All right, man.
See ya. Okay, and that's it for me. Thank y'all very much for coming out. I don't know if John's still here or not, but thanks again, John. That really helps out a ton. That'll help me buy the transcripts because I have to send my transcripts again back to the other, the new place where I'm working. Even though I've worked there before, I don't understand why some of these places don't just retain your employment records for some number of years, just in case you come back. Because I feel like a lot of these part-time positions, like how hard is it to keep the data? You know what I mean? Like it can't be that hard to keep like contractor data for 5 or 10 years. Like it can't be that much storage, but it feels like they purge it, you know, really quick. At least just their information, that kind of information. I mean, maybe they want more up-to-date CVs or up-to-date, just in case you have new qualifications or whatever. But it feels like they would at least keep your old stuff, like just a simple little, you know, 2-page document that just has your info on it. Like it doesn't seem like it would be that big of a deal to host that information on a server. I mean, I literally have like my personal email account has probably 10 to 15,000 emails on it, right? Like, and it's only like 7 gigs of data or something. Like it doesn't feel like it would cost that much to just keep basic text data on file. But anyways, okay, so I have to resend it. But okay, yeah, awesome. Well, I hope you win your game, man. It's great to see you again. I've really had a lot of fun, you know, staying up at night with you guys. I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep that up when the school semester starts. I'll try. But it's been really fun being able to stay up and have some great conversations with you guys and hang out. And I'm glad you got that new computer. You're kind of getting back into the scene. And I got to ask you about you know, some perfume again, or not perfume, but some fragrances again. I haven't been able to go check out the one you recommended last time. Was it Nautica? Something by Nautica. I've got it written down somewhere. But I still got to check that one out. But I need to go out and try out some more and get some more fragrances. But anyways, that's it. Thank y'all very much. Oh, Tales of... Oh, the game he's playing. Okay. Oh, RPG. Okay, well, that is winning. Sometimes I think about that. I'm like, man, some of these single-player games, if it's fun, you just always win. And I used to think that, too, about, like, reading. If I'm reading a book and I'm enjoying it, I'm winning. Right? Versus League of Legends, it feels like if you lose the game, then it just doesn't feel like a great experience. But if it's a single-player game that's great, or it's reading or just doing something else, then it just feels like you always win, no matter what, because it's all, you know, it's going to be a good experience. So that's kind of the nature, I think, of competitive stuff, maybe, is like, you know, half the time it's not going to be an amazing experience. But, yeah, me too, man. I don't know, I need to get back into an RPG. I've been talking about it. I said this summer I'm going to get back in and do, you know, actually finish Baldur's Gate 3 or Cyberpunk. I even bought the Cyberpunk expansion. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then I just never have the time. But maybe I can get back in. And then Final Fantasy 14. I've heard the new version of it hasn't been as fun, but it's been okay. But yeah, just getting back into Final Fantasy 14 or maybe even WoW. I don't know if I could do WoW again. I enjoyed WoW. I thought Burning Crusade with our guild was like, it was pretty cool. It was really fun when we were leveling up and we had a bunch of people from the guild, especially just going through vanilla WoW and then just like running dungeons with you guys and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty fun. The raids were kind of cool too. Unfortunately, there weren't a lot of people that were able to make it to the raids. I know you were one of them. We had a couple other people from the channel that were able to do it, but that was still pretty fun. Up until kind of the end when everything disbanded. It's just like structurally everybody just wanted to go to these super servers. Everybody just left and just piled into that one server, and it's like 2-hour wait times. And it's like, I get the appeal of bigger servers, but I mean, I feel like our server was fine. The economy was fine. Like everything was fine for a while, but everyone just wants to be on the biggest, you know, most prestigious server or whatever, and I just didn't want to transfer it. I was gonna do Wrath, but then I decided to kind of, you know, go all in on this other server, this fresh server, with a character, and then just talked in it, you know, go in with this different guild, because I didn't know Smuzzy was going to do something. Then Smuzzy contacted me later and asked me if I wanted to, you know, join in and do their guild. And then I declined, thinking, because I'd already committed to being in this other guild. And then this other guild, you know, kind of fell apart, of course. And then I'd already leveled up this character, and it just felt bad, because you couldn't do any character transfers at that point to the big server, where Smuzzy was with everybody, because it was just massively full. And so I couldn't transfer any of my characters over there, and I was just like, and I did not want to start all over. So I just kind of missed out on Wrath because of that. But I think Wrath would have been cool. I'm not telling people I can heal. Yeah, that's true. If they know you can heal, they will want you to heal most of the time. I like healing. I did like being a warlock too back in the day, but you know, some DPS would be fun. But yeah, I could see that. Brewmaster. I liked Monk. I never played it like in actual MOP, but I played casually in I don't even remember the name. The Dragon expansion. Like not this expansion, but the one before that. I just kind of like just ran dungeons and stuff with like Tank Monk, and I did some Healer Monk too, but Tank Monk was actually really fun. Now I know the skills are very different than they probably were in MOP, but I just like that the idea of the monk, like taking all this damage and doing your combos correctly, then just like cleansing everything. No, not Cataclysm, sorry, I forgot what it's called. It's like the modern WoW, like the new WoW. It was like a not Dragon Song, but it was something like that. Cataclysm also had dragons. I don't remember what the hell it was called. It was the one after the God, I don't know the names of anything. The one that came out in like 2021 or something like that. Dragonflight. So I did it very casually. I played, because I just leveled up a bunch of classes just for fun. Because I was gonna raid, and I leveled up like a druid, and then I wanted to kind of do a monk for a little bit. And then I was just having fun, just leveling up new characters, just running dungeons, and just leveling up a bunch of alts to 70, or whatever the level was at the time. No, the newest one is The War Within. Oh, never mind. I'm a fool. I thought War Within was already out. Wait, isn't War Within already out? Or am I crazy? Yeah, it's out. It came out last year in August. Yeah, because that's the one with the. They just did like a gnome, or not gnome, but like a goblin themed raid. I remember Dave came in here and was talking about it. It seemed kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm obviously out of touch too with a lot of the new stuff. But the general thing I was trying to say is Monk was one of the more fun. I don't remember like how actually good it was in raid or whatever, but it was very fun. It was my favorite one to level up as in Dragonflight. I know the skills are probably very different, the balancing's different, whatever. Wasn't Monk pretty OP in Mop? I imagine it has to be because it was a new class. New classes are almost always really good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it came out after the TBC, yeah. Because I think we only rated TBC. I feel like that was like 2021, 2022. I think maybe it was 2021. I don't know. It was only for like half a year or something. Or I guess maybe slightly longer. Like we were leveling in vanilla the first half of the year. And then I think it came out in like June or July. And then I think the guild kind of fell apart in like maybe, was it fall? Smuzzy's guild, like late fall, early November. And then I think I played some Final Fantasy 14 after that. And then I think in 2022 I was gonna do the maybe it was 2023, I can't remember. I was gonna do the Wrath of the Lich King, but then, you know, for the reasons I explained, I never ended up doing it. But yeah, Monk is really fun, so that'll be cool. Well, yeah, you'll have to keep me posted on how that goes. But anyways, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get up. The kids are, I don't remember, but my wife's taking her to do something in the morning, my eldest one. And then I think I have to watch the youngest one. Maybe like a birthday party or something. I'll have to check my calendar. But I have to get up at some point. So anyways, thanks again, man. I really appreciate the donation. And, you know, I just really appreciate coming in, hanging out, having these great conversations with you again. It's good to see you again. But anyways, I'll catch everybody next time. Have a good one.